right, so it's about that time again. I'm actually done with Bonded. I have some formatting to do, and just wanted to go over my chapter counts again to make sure that they're equal. But other than that, I'm done with everyone's edits, including my own. And I don't know how I feel. This is different. It's always different. I don't know how I feel. I'm happy to be done with, Lex and Ezra. I'm comfortable with where they are. I've stayed true to who they are. As I think I mentioned in, a chat that I did right after In Love, when they were, the question was, okay, what can we expect in Bonded? Because obviously it's the conclusion. And my advice was, don't expect Ezra to change other than to accept Lex for who she is, and that's his partner, But, he's still going to be Ezra. I didn't want to, emasculate him. I didn't want to, snatch his balls off and feed him to him. I didn't want to do that. But he obviously needed to be humbled, but so that he can be educated more than anything. So I think I've done that, and I've gotten the feedback that I've done that. And for those who have betaed for me, with the 2 previous installments, and as well as this third one, those who had issues with Ezra, I think they pretty much have said, okay, all right, I'm Team Ezra now. But I still think they say that with the caveat of Ezra is different. He's a different hero. He's stuck in his ways, So, but I love him. I honestly do. I love him, and I am very grateful. I mean, absolutely grateful to have taken on his story, because for me, when I think about these stories and, whose story it is, and who's, if you will, who's the lead character, Ezra was certainly the lead character in this. This was definitely for him. And again, I'm absolutely fortunate to have taken him on, and I think I did him justice. I think I did. I have the confidence to say that I did, but I'm kind of numb right now because there's like so many things going on. I've been absolutely stressed over the past couple of months. This has been like a long process for me with developing them, and my relationship with them was different because I was absolutely, familiar with them. Like, I knew Lex, I knew Ezra, whereas In Love, just like you, I was still getting to know them. By the time I was done with In Love, I had already known them, which was very similar to Love Redeemed. I already knew who they were. So more or less it was me tightening up ship to make sure that I was conveying who I knew they were to you properly, and I hope I did that. I hope I've done that. I hope you do agree with me. Having to do a website. I mean, I was fortunate enough to work with a web designer who knew what she was doing, but I had to put in my work to do it too. Like, I mean, that wasn't supposed to happen before I put this book out. It honestly wasn't, but that's the way that it all worked out. So I had to do that, and then we had to publish In Love with Ezra. That is available now in paperback. It's been available for the past couple of days, but again, I've been so busy with Bonded that I didn't even get the chance to share that. We didn't share that until today, but it is available for those who have been asking about it. I don't know. What can I share? What I do want to share? What does come to mind, and I thought about this earlier. For those who are rereading and have gone back to In Covenant and In Love, and you're saying, Love, I'm finally getting this line. I didn't get it the first time. I didn't catch it. And you're picking up those details that were purposely left there. I hope that you especially will appreciate the details that were addressed and closed and finalized or repeated and Bonded. And there were some things that I remember that was so keen to the story that I did want to finish up. I wanted to give you the benefit of the benefit of finishing it up so that it can be, you know, a legitimate story, you know, story with substance. So just some names, some people that were mentioned. You know, they make appearances. They were mentioned in the previous installments and they make their appearances. A lot of them that were in the previous installments, they revisit us, and it's pretty cool. We hear from some of my favorites, or two of my favorites who are Anushka and Yanti. Yanti from Kamigo, Anushka from Saks Fifth Avenue. They both add the comic relief, and I really love those girls. I mean, they're so refreshing. I have a huge sense of humor, but I don't think I'm funny. I don't think that I can do stand up in any type of way. I don't think I can hold court with people who are expecting me to be witty. That's not who I am. It's not a strong suit of mine. But I like taking on these characters that bring it, because I can bring the drama. I can bring, you know, those moments that'll make you think, or those moments that'll bring you down. But so I like when I come across like an Alton Austin, like that really does a lot for me, or Mark and what's the other one's name from Lip as Mir's friend. Those geeks, oh, I love them. So, you know, I had to revisit Yanti. I had to revisit Anushka. So just, you know, keep that in mind that as I'm closing this series, and I'm about to end this because I don't think this needs to be long, but as I'm closing the series, I'm really trying to bring every detail full circle. There are some things that you will say, well, love, well, what happened with this? You brought this up and you didn't, and pretty much everything that my betas and editors have questioned, it was done purposely. There was nothing that was brought up. I think my proofreader did. She brought up a good point that I did have to revisit. I honestly had to revisit. But there are a few things that are purposely left, you know, unclosed, if you will, unsettled, and it's because I'm staying true to the character, or because it's not significant to the story. Maybe you have a side interest in it. I don't. Like those of you who want like a story with Chanel from Lib, or you want me to write about Alton and Tynesha, and I'm like, no. So some things were purposely left open, if you will, or left unaddressed. And for the most part, I pray that I didn't leave anything, you know. There is a possibility. No, let me not say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because I don't want that to be expected. But anyway, I am going to end this. I am going to go home, and as Olusola would advise, I'm honestly going to put some prayer on this, and because I can actually hit publish tonight. It's Tuesday evening. I can hit publish tonight if I want to. I need to talk to my team about it first and see what they want to do, but I also want to pray about this. I have to kind of feel like I'm not rushing it because I do have time, but I definitely want to put a prayer on this one to close it out. And thank you so much for your excitement, guys. Thank you so much for your honesty. I love your feedback, good, bad, and ugly. I honestly do. Like, I don't like mean. I don't do mean. And I think a lot of what you've seen from me, if you follow me over the past few weeks, my publisher told me that I'm starting to appear as mean with my post. It's not that. I had to ask, listen, did you read my last few reviews? These people are trying to get at me because I'm the nice author, but I'm actually a person. I have feelings. Like, you know, if you don't like it, then stop reading. And okay, I'm not going to go on that tangent, but I do want to say thank you so much, because even my hardcore readers who rock with me project after project, and they have their issues with Ezra, and I'm not mad. I think you get it, and I honestly think you trust me, and for that I am truly grateful. Maybe my next hero, Trent, I think we're gonna love, and my hero after that, I'm like falling in love with every day. Like he's like screaming at me, and I'm like, just wait, I got someone before you, just wait. So hopefully, you know, if Ezra wasn't that, oh, he's my number one, or he's not my number two, if he wasn't, then maybe, you know, we're cooking up some other ones coming up that I fall in love with. You know, I love these guys, and hopefully you will too. But I just wanted to say thank you, and can't wait for your reviews, and I'll holla.